In this video, I'm going to be doing a real world comparison of several different waxes and sealants. I've tried to choose ones that are widely available, not just in the UK, and also ones that are quite popular as well. So the contenders in this test are firstly Soft 99 Fuso Coat, which is a PTFE infused synthetic paste wax with a maximum durability claim of 12 months. Next I have Geon Wax, which is a silicon dioxide and fluorine infused wax, which has a durability claim of between 3 and 6 months. I then have Built Hamber Double Speed Wax, which is a carnauba polymer wax, which doesn't have any durability claim listed on the website. As far as the spray sealants go, I have Armour Detail Supply Ceramic Spray Sealant, which has a durability claim of up to 6 months. I also have Yum Ceramic, which is a spray sealant that has a claim on the website of upwards of 6 months on a perfectly prepped vehicle. And finally, I have Gloss Parlour, which is described as a water-based nano sealant that has a durability claim of between 3 and 5 months. So to start off, I prep my test panel by machine polishing it, just to remove anything that might be on there and create a nice even surface. I then followed up with a thorough wipe down with a panel wipe solution in order to remove any polishing oils that could interfere with the product's bonding to that paintwork, and then split the test panel into some even sections. So I'll start off by talking about the process for each of the different waxes and sealants individually. So with the Armour Detail Supply Ceramic Spray Sealant, I found this very easy to use, as were the rest of the products in this lineup. I wanted to create as an even test as possible in terms of the application, so I went for 2 sprays on a microfiber applicator and 1 on the panel, and then just cross-hatched it and then buffed it away with a microfiber towel. So this is quite a large amount of product to be using on a small section, and does kind of push to see how much it has the capability to streak. I didn't have any issues with it streaking or smearing or being difficult to work with, and it flashed away relatively quickly. Next up I have the Yum Ceramic Spray Sealant, again very easy to apply. For each of these products I am using the same type of applicator and towel, but a fresh one each time. I'd say it took a tiny bit more levelling compared to the Armour Detail Supply one, but again very easy to get a streak-free finish. Next up I have Gloss Parlour, which definitely had a bit of a different consistency to the other two and it felt a bit thicker. The spray trigger also isn't as good on this, and it doesn't atomise the product quite as much. I worked it into the panel in the same fashion, but from my experience using this one, I do think having less on the towel does make it a bit easier. So if I was working on a car, I'd say around 1 to 2 sprays per panel would be fine with this. Again though, despite me using too much, I didn't find any issues with streaking and managed to level the product fairly easily. Now onto the waxes, and I will start off with Soft 99 Fuso Coat. They recommend dampening the included applicator when using this wax to help get a thinner layer of product on the surface. So I dipped it into a jug of water and then squeezed it out as much as possible, and I found it nice and easy to get a thin layer on that panel. And then I left it 10 minutes before buffing it off, and I had no trouble whatsoever with the removal process. With Built Hamber Double Speed Wax, it's the same process. When you purchase this, a lot of places will include a wax applicator. This isn't the one that actually comes included, but it works perfectly fine and has a very similar kind of foam consistency. Again, I managed to get a very nice even layer and waited 10 minutes before buffing off, and the removal was totally fine. I'd say both Soft 99 Fuso and Built Hamber Double Speed, from my experience, are nice and easy to apply if you do get that thin layer and don't use them in warm conditions or direct sunlight. If you do try and push those boundaries though and go too thick with it, they can be a touch more difficult to buff off, especially with Fuso Coat. With Geon Wax, I again used the included applicator, but there's no mention of dampening it, so I just went and used it dry. This one comes in slightly different packaging, and I have to admit I do prefer to use a tub like with the other two waxes, as I found the products can go a touch dusty in the tube when you're trying to wind it to push more products out the top, and some of that dust can obviously drop onto the panel if you're doing it over the car. I definitely went a bit thicker here with that product as the applicator wasn't damp, and I would suggest using as thin a layer as possible, as is the case with all waxes. Despite this though, the product is very forgiving and the buff off is really easy. It was a touch grabby in the thicker areas, but still wiped away nice and easily. With this wax, you need to leave it on 30 minutes before buffing it off, which I do think is a disadvantage personally, as if you're working on a windier day or where there's a lot of pollen and dust in the atmosphere, there's a risk of that settling on the panel during that time. So I kept the bonnet inside the garage for a couple of days just to allow the products to cure, and then did some slickness testing. Probably spent a good 15 minutes in total trying to figure out which was the slickest. I thought it was better to do this after the products had cured for a couple of days rather than immediately, as generally all the products kind of feel quite slick on application. After my testing, I concluded that Stiana Gloss Parlour was the slickest, closely followed by Yum Ceramic, then Soft 99 Fuso Coat, and then I would say that the Armour Detail Supply Ceramic Sealant and Built Hamber Double Speed Wax were kind of too close to separate. And then finally, I would say that Geon Wax was actually the least slickest of the 6. I wouldn't describe any of the products as kind of super grabby, but those ones on the top end of the scale were really, really nice and slick. Just keep in mind though that slickness is one of the characteristics that seems to die off the quickest. Even after the first wash on the car, you might notice a lot of that slickness kind of go. So if that's a really important characteristic for you, then I would consider using a quick detailer spray on every wash or every other wash, as it'll boost that property. Now visually, the products were very hard to separate. I looked at them really closely both inside and outside, and I was really struggling to pick up the differences on camera. However, I would say that Fuso Coat and Armour Detail Supply Ceramic Sealant had a very slight darkening effect, as did Geon Wax, but not quite as much as the other two. And then all of the others kind of looked the same to me and I couldn't really see much of a difference. So I also looked at the initial water behaviour of all the products at this point, so this was 2 days after application. And I'd say that the 3 standouts were Soft 99 Fuso Coat, Armour Detail Supply Ceramic Sealant and Geon Wax. These were quite tough to separate, but I would say that Soft 99 did have the edge. And then between Armour Detail Supply and Geon Wax, I think possibly the Armour Detail Supply one looked a touch better, but really am splitting hairs. Then I would say the next best was Built Hamber Double Speed Wax. And then although the water behaviour on the other 2 sealants was still good, I do think there was a bit of a step down here, and I would say that Yum Ceramic was a touch better than Stiana Gloss Parlour. So I kept the bonnet laid flat outside for 4 weeks before giving it its first wash. So I started off with the Garage Therapy Snow Foam at a 1:9 dilution. So this is an alkaline snow foam, which does have good cleaning ability, but isn't going to absolutely batter the products. And then I used Dodo Juice Born to be Mild shampoo in order to contact clean the panel. Now when I rinsed this off, I could definitely see some differences between all of the products. I'm aware that sometimes the shampoo can leave a slight masking effect on the panel, so after doing a few rinses I did also use a drying towel, which will remove this kind of masking effect, and then rinse down the panel again. And some of the products did actually have a boost to the water behaviour after this, and there was nothing on the towel that was going to be adding anything, as I didn't want to use any top-ups throughout this process. My overall kind of assessment after this first month was that the Armour Detail Supply one probably looked the best, followed by Soft 99 Fuso Coat, then Geon Wax, then Stiana Gloss Parlour, followed by Built Hamber Double Speed Wax, and finally the Yum Ceramic Sealant. Now I do want to address at this point that there were loads of caveats when it comes to longevity testing. There are so many different variables that could affect how long each of these products are going to last. So for example, the cleaning frequency is going to be quite important. I left it a month before cleaning this panel. If I'd have cleaned it every week, the results could absolutely be different than this. Also, differences between the area on the car can definitely affect things. So this was a bonnet that was laid flat and is going to be exposed to different contaminants compared to a door panel, for example. Also, obviously, as this bonnet was laid flat outside, it's actually quite a difficult test for things. You're going to get dust and pollen build up, but also water spots are going to form on the surface too. On a car which is driven quite often, if you do get obviously rain overnight and say you're driving it the next day, then that can help to take some of the contamination with it as the water beads kind of roll up and off the bonnet, whereas obviously here they were just kind of left to sit on there. Now, whilst I do think that real world testing like this can definitely be useful and probably provides a little bit more value than a chemical resistance test, I would be really wary of taking sort of a test like this as conclusive, as like I said, there are too many variables at play here. When I've tested all these products on individual cars in the real world, I have had slightly better results with them all apart from Yum Ceramic. So I also repeated this test at the 2-month mark, so left it another month, and the results were slightly different here. Most of the products look pretty bad at this point, and certainly if it was my own car, I'd have absolutely been topping these products up. The first 3 I think were really quite difficult to separate. I'd say potentially the Armour Detail Supply was slightly better, but it really kind of is splitting hairs. And then Soft 99, Fuso Coat and Geon Wax, I personally couldn't really see a huge difference between these two. I would say that the next best was Built Hamber Double Speed Wax, and I would say that Stjarnagos Parlour was the next on the list. Now, I also did want to touch on the price of each of the products, as there is quite a bit of a range here. It's really difficult to compare an actual cost per use here between a wax and a sealant, so I'm just going to go with the 500ml bottles for the sealants and the price of a tin of wax. So Stjarnagos Parlour was the cheapest at £16 for 500ml. It's closely followed by Built Hamber Double Speed Wax at £16.95. Next up is Yum Ceramic at £20 for a 500ml bottle. Then it's Armour Detail Supply Ceramic Sealant at £30 for 500ml. Followed by Soft 99 Fuso Coat at £31.49. And finally Geon Wax at £38. With all of these, I am obviously comparing UK prices, and some of them might be a bit cheaper or more expensive if you are in a different country. And the prices are correct at the time of recording on Interdetailing, as they stock all of them. So as always, all the products here are going to be linked in the description. And if you have enjoyed this video, then it would be brilliant if you could drop it a like. And thanks very much for watching.